They say that the best way to make your dreams come true is to wake up. It's a bit tricky because when you do wake up, you forget the dream. So then how do you make your dreams come true? And when you're dreaming, only the entity is being experienced, not the way you are perceiving the world by all the distractions. You're not cold or hot when you dream. You're just in your subconscious. My name is Asaf Lewkowitz, and I'm a visual artist. I'm a painter and graphic designer, video productions. Right now we're in my painting studio. I always try to do work that is inducing feelings. I think I go by feelings mostly, so it's like how I feel at a certain time is probably generated certain kind of work. When we're talking about personal work, so paintings. These are my best jeans. So I clean the brushes and knives and palette knives on my jeans. That's why I wear them when I paint. Actually, most of the stuff that I do is abstracted figurative art. So it's figurative, but it's abstracted, which is kind of like dreams. You have, in your dream, you have a storyline, you have something's happening, but it's kind of like abstracted. It has like a different, it's a different realm of an experience. I do think that there is a connection there. I can't say I know for sure, but there is some kind of connection between that experience and dreams. You're not writing it, it's just happening to you. You're experiencing it. Dreams are a way to meet yourself, I guess. So, which is the same thing with art. I think if you were asking me that, what's the relation between dreams and art? So I think that's what I would say. So that's like, well, how do you meet yourself? Is because you meet yourself in dreams, right? Dreams are your subconscious, right? So you're meeting your true self in a way.
I think in every dream you can find some kind of theme, so maybe that's where it's almost like a movie, you know, it's always like kind of a message you can take out of it and it makes you feel something. So in that sense you can say like every dream is a short movie, but the actors are probably people you've ever seen in your life. I think dreams are also just a way to process everything what's going on in your mind, maybe your emotions, and maybe reset for the next day. That's sometimes also how I feel like I experience dreams. I'm Lara and I'm a digital designer. I do UX UI design, which means designing interfaces for digital products. And on the other hand, I also do a bit of graphic design where I help brands designing their visual identity, such as logos, and I also practice a bit of photography as a hobby, but sometimes I can use it for clients too. I have really vivid dreams. I can remember them pretty well. I also know that they're crazy sometimes.
This is a dream I had a while ago about me walking through the dunes, and the aesthetics and the colors were so beautiful that I really got inspired by this color palette.
I feel like I'm a very visual thinker. I can really remember people, for example, or faces very well if it's visually. I followed an interesting lecture the other week when I was at a work event, and there was a woman who was actually explaining us how different brain frequencies work. If you go into your alpha state, in which your brain frequencies are lower, for example, if you close your eyes or you're daydreaming, in your mind you could be in a different place or in a different moment. You can think about a memory you had, or you can think about like, oh, I want to be at the beach right now. And that's when your brain frequencies are lower. And I learned that this is also the state you're in when you're dreaming, and this is also where your intuition is and your creativity is. So I think in that sense, if you're really, maybe if you think about a dream, then also like you think about a memory you had in your dream, and also puts you quite like more in that alpha state where maybe your creativity starts flowing more. So there could be a link between that.
Say what you like to do and then start. Dream something and do it. I like that. If you have a dream who is so special, you're not going to forget that one. The same as a memory you had 30 years ago. If something happened, something could also happen in a dream 30 years ago. You will still remember that dream. And probably going to take that in your artwork. They're not just there for nothing, the dreams. I'm Reuten. I have the gallery together with my brother. What is happening here is our company. We have it since 1997. We organize a lot of parties, performances. We make a lot of artists always come together for things. So now we are the gallery. It's 2,226 square meters and more than 100 artists. And I got, of course, my own art in there too. My own art is normally acting, dancing, performing, making paintings, sculptures, interiors. So everything actually, with a feeling. And I like to inspire other artists to also do that. So many artists is much better than me, but I like very much to put this energy in it and put people together for new projects. I like surprises. But my art is a lot with these drawings, for example. You're just waking up a little bit, but not really. And you look to a tree with leaves, you're all gonna see faces in it. Or like in a marble or in stones. That's actually what I see everywhere all the time. I see faces and animals, whatever. So it's more like a structure or a land card than actually what you see. Sometimes I leave the eyes and the mouth away. They're actually always smiling because I like to give people an entertainment or a little bit of a happy feeling instead of like down. So that I like it even better. So you give a part and the rest they have to be finished by the ones who is going to look to it. I think the whole body is a brain here, a little bit more specific maybe. But that's because our eyes are here, so that's why we think quicker like, oh, that has to be here. But actually, with the phantoms and everything you're dreaming and communicating, and all that is all much closer to each other, much more important than just eating, drinking, working, and sleeping. There's much more than that, yeah.
I think if you want to get something out of your dreams, it's possible. So you can get more inspired and creative out of what you dreamed. Yeah, like you told me now, it's the best. Maybe it's the best played movie, a dream. So if it's the best played movie, just write down the script when you wake up and you have it, right? So if you look in this way, I'm sure you can get something out of your dreams. As a creator or as a creative, yeah. My name is Douwe and I'm a filmmaker, also a small entrepreneur. The best thing about this choice was the experiencing a lot of different people, different companies with different ideas, different perspectives. So I could develop myself because I did this work. I think my goal is to deliver the message or to create a message and deliver it. Also because of creating own new memories and doing insights out of it, and that's what I can share. And yeah, filmmaking is one of the ways to share it. But yeah, I'm not gonna be the best filmmaker in the world if it's just part of what I'm doing, but I'm aware of it. I once read in a book that when you have an, it's the same like overday. You have a problem, you don't know how to solve it. You put in your agenda, okay, tomorrow I will look into it again. And tomorrow you have the solution, or you have a part of the solution. And I think sleep can be one of the big parts in the solution. You go sleeping and after you wake up you have this idea. It's not that I dreamed of it, but it's if we talk about it in this way, it's when you can control your dreams, it's kind of so much more potential for a human being.
I think you can influence your dreams if you put a lot of thought into it.
We are looking for another state of mind sometimes, and I think after this interview I recognize that dreaming is also one of them.
Yeah, maybe people should read their dreams better. Do something with it before they wake up, like in that 1 minute.
Well, what would be cool if I have to design, for example, a visual identity for a brand or a logo, then first I have to do research to the brand, like who is the brand, what is the brand's personality, like what are their values, so I know how to design something that is distinct and they can distinct themselves from other brands. So it would be really cool if in my dream, for example, I already meet this brand as a person and I get to know them. So then I can kind of go over this research way quicker because I already have an idea of who they are, and it makes it way easier to probably design something for them. That would be cool.
If you ask yourself a big question before you go sleeping and you wake up and you have the answer or part of the answer or something that leads to the answer, that's great.
So we are trying to analyze them or to understand more, but touching the subconscious, you really have to touch the subconscious. You have to really be there, and you can't talk your way out of it. And you can't. I don't think you can talk your way into it. I think you have to just do it. You have to be there. So you have to dream. Yeah, you have to dream. Dreams are very important. Yeah.
Dream.